George, former President George Bush with an autograph. Mike Lowell off Shane Reynolds in the top of the second. And gone. Two-run shot for Lowell, hitting streak 11 games. Top three. Luis Castillo, a little high chopper. Biggio. Oh, toughness. You know better than that.
Well, it's a do-or-die play. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. Particularly with Castillo running. That's what sets this up. That's why Craig is charging so hard, tries to scoop it. Wasn't able to come up with it. And you know what? When that happens, you go to work. It seems like they're going to find holes. Eric Owen, a nice little runner's running right here. 2 strikes. He slaps it into right field. And the floodgates open.
Here they come. It's the floodgates. It's still a 2-1 game, but Cliff Pink Floyd, all in all, it's just a one-hopper off the wall. Floyd 2 for 4. 2-run score on that one, 4-1 Marlins. 2 batters later with a 5-1 lead. Welcome back to Florida, Charles Johnson. In this park, my God. Did they all get out?
It looks like Williamsport, Little League World Series.
Relief pitcher Ricky signing bonus gets Hidalgo to hit into a 1-2-3 inning-ending double play with the score 10-3. Now, this one looks a little different. You can start the train now. The train has left the station. 2 homers for Johnson, NLCS. Beanball Friday, little beanball Saturday. Former Card Joe McEwing hits it to short. Renteria home with it. Todd, good housekeeping seal in a rundown. Pujols winning. The Pujols makes the tag, then throws the first. What are the Mets doing?
Oh, when things are going bad, they're going bad. Darryl Kyle with the base hit to left field. Benny Agbayana going to come up with the... Oh.
We love Betty. We love Betty Agbayani, but Mama said there would be days like this. It's like Benny ate a lot of poi. Poi doesn't taste good, and look what happens. Meanwhile, here's Edmonds to left. Now this time Benny plays it well. But Darryl Kyle comes home, and Piazza thinks he tags him out. But Wally Bell says he's safe. Piazza is not going to agree.
Well, Wally Bell actually got this right. We don't really slow it down, but watch the hard slide by Darryl Kyle. Gets right in there. Good call, Wally. Mike, sorry, man. I know you're upset. I would have been too.
Nance thrown, Piazza thrown. Valentine not pleased. Oh, by the way, it's going to be 11-0 Cards after 3 innings. So if you're going to get thrown, this is a good time to take the early shower.
Get a nice rest. Get ready for tomorrow.
Bottom 4, 4-0 Cards. Matheny. Oh, boy, Benny. Renteria scores. Runners at second and third. 5-0 Cards. Next man up is Darryl Gomer Kyle. And Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. Down the left field line, Drew scores. Matheny scores. Benny just busy all day long.
Boy, that ball will find you when you're having a rough day. It's going to find you. Shazam!
Yeah, Shazam, Greg, add a paquette to left. Benny in the Mets. 3 errors for Benny. So what's he have to do? Even though the game's out of hand,
you know what? Just throw this thing out of your mind.
What's he got to do with it later on?
He's got to go hit a home run or something.
He does. He does. He actually was in position.
Yeah, he was in good position. Just one of those days. You said it. There will be days like this. Benny, I know it's looking rough right now, but he actually hit a home run this game.
Yes, he did.
He went deep.
He hit a homer.
The one run the Mets got.
Well, and I tell you what, it broke up 18 straight shutout innings pitched by Darryl Kyle when he had a long way to go. But after 3 home runs on Saturday, Jeff Jenkins looking for a piece of history himself. Off Javier Vasquez of the Expos. Gone. 4th homer in 5 at-bats.
I mean, that's absolutely incredible. He ends up with 5 homers in 2 days. I couldn't do that in Gary Beck's backyard playing wiffle ball.
Man, oh man, Jenkins, RBI single, scores Belliard. It's a 3-0 Brewer lead. Oh, by the way, an 8-game hitting streak for the Brett Favre lookalike. Scott Stewart pitching. Jenkins, we love the little Mel Ott step or the Sadaharu O step.
A little everybody in there step.
It's working. So he's got the double. He needs a triple. Jenkins to deep center. Milton Bradley makes great board games. He can't make the catch, though. Gone. 5 homers in 2 games, tying the Major League record. Been done 20 times. What's the matter with this guy? He's going to hit into a 4-6-3 double play. He's allowed to, isn't he? Looking for the record of 6 homers in 2 games. but the list, as the Brewers go on to just. Manny Ramirez, bottom 1, 2 on. Guess what happened?
Oh, my. That sounded good, didn't it?
Oh, it's heading toward the mast. Pike, back on. 3-run shot of Brian Audrey Meadows. It's 3-0 Red Sox. Carlos Beltran with a little looper in the top of the second, scoring 2-run, 6-run inning off Paxton Crawford. And the Royals in business. They lead 6-3, bottom 6. Manny Ramirez sends it to Knig's corner. Gone. His 9th of the season. 2 in the game. No Red Sox. It had 9 in the month of April. It's 6-4. Ramirez to second. Luis Alicea the out at second. But Ordaz airmails the throw and 2-run score. Was Boston yesterday throwing it around? Tony Muser sees his lead down to 7-6. Scott Hatteberg up with a man on. Sends it back. He bobs one off the bob side. It's 8-7 the Red Sox. Top of the 9th, Derek Lowe on to preserve an 8-7 lead. But Jermaine live and let die. Ties the game at 8. Top of the 11th, Joe Help Me Randa. As everyone was used in the bullpen, it's Lowe still in there. It's gone, a fair ball. 3-run shot for Randa. Oh, man.
Well, you didn't see Derek Lowe throw breaking balls last year. Look where this ball hangs out over the plate. Whenever he got a guy in a situation where he could put him away, it was that hard sinker or a split. For some reason this year, he's decided to go with the breaking pitch, and he continues to leave it out over the plate. Here it is to Joe Randa, a breaking ball, a nothing breaker that just hangs out over the plate. He'll figure this out sooner or later and get that good sinker back, and maybe we'll see Derek Lowe back to himself again. But if he continues to throw that, I don't think we'll see much of Derek.
For the first couple of weeks, it was Roberto Hernandez that was, what are you doing? Now it's Derek Lowe. Hernandez all of a sudden with 5 saves, and Red Sox fan had no relation as far as we can tell. But Jose Santiago, not the man that started Game 1 and Game 4 for the Red Sox in the '67 World Series, but the Royal reliever Jose Santiago gets a win in Fenway, and the Royals win it 11-8. Hildebrand went 4 for 5, but it was the Royals with the win. Angels at the Blue Jays. Carlos Delgado bobblehead doll day at the Sky Dome. Steve Parrish.
Well, people always say, how does this move work? First and third box move, they get Benji Gill. But if you're the runner at first base and you're stealing, as soon as he lifts the leg, that's your key. So you take off. Benji Gill starts to go, and he realizes it's the first and third move. It's a balk, but they never call it. So anyway, Benji Gill's going to be tagged out here, and it ends up running the Angels out of an inning.
You know, we have marveled at Carlos Delgado at the plate for years, and he has worked so hard to become a really good first baseman with plays like that.
Really has. It's getting to the point where people forget he even was a catcher. You know that? Man.
You can set your watch by it. Once a year, Jeff French Fry goes deep. The pinch hit home run breaks up a scoreless duel in the bottom of the 7th. His last homer was July of last year. Ends an 0-for-16 slump, but it's a 1-0 Toronto lead, and now deja vu all over again.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Palmeiro here. He got himself in a rundown. He's looking for somebody, but the 8th inning, they're down 1 run, run themselves out of the inning again.
Hasagawa in relief. It's Fry staying in the game with a 1-1 pitch to right center, scoring Brad Fulmer. And, you know, I still got to get used to Uncle Bucky without the mustache. Hey, I get used to Uncle Bucky managing well. Bobblehead.
Carlos says, my heart's pumping for that mustache, too.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever known Buck without the mustache. But I tell you what, Blue Jays, only the second time this year they scored 2 or less runs and won the game. Of course, hard to win with no runs. They beat the Angels by the count of 2-0 after the 20K performance. And Rocket looking to climb into 6th place on the all-time strikeout list, trying to move past Gaylord Perry. Against Oakland, he got Johnny Damon very early on. Alfonso Soriano. Well, hey, you mean he walked?
It's kind of hard to swing at that pitch right there. But he's been swinging. But here's the one thing he's really added to the Yankee club. He steals those bases, and he's getting himself in great scoring position. And Jeter and Knobloch are both benefiting from it. Right here, Jeter, the benefactor.
And Soriano scores now. That was his first walk of the season. By the way, his batting average was higher than his on-base percentage because he had a sac fly up until that moment. Meanwhile, Jorge Posada to left field. Johnny Damon. When you're going bad, these are the things that happen. Last year's Destiny's darlings, the Oakland A's, who came in through the bathroom window, look like they're exiting through it. Damon's error, so they play the infield in. Soriano single up the middle. Posada scores 3-0. Meanwhile, Paul O'Neill,
Can't believe it. Get some help. We wanted him to get some help. He says, no, I'm not getting any help.
CB Buckner, the home plate umpire, says, you know what? You know what? Don't do that, because I got to do that. And then O'Neill comes back.
And he says, Chris Berman's doing baseball tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he said. And Buckner says, you're out, sit down. Meanwhile, a bit of history. Against Miguel Tejada de come, Tejada de fall. Ties him with Gaylord Perry. 4th strikeout of the game. And then against Jeremy Giambi, the hook. 3,535 strikeouts. Roger Clemens passing Gaylord Perry. Earlier this year, he passed Walter Johnson. 39 away from Don Sutton, who was 5. 105 away from Tom Seaver, who was 4. Then only Blyleven, Carlton, and Ryan ahead as the Yankees sweep the Oakland A's. And my goodness, the Oakland A's at 8-17 are 12 out. Getting a rare start because Tapani had pain in the knee. And Abar all of a sudden against Estalella, 1, 2, 3.
Well, he had great stuff, but he didn't throw it by everybody, Boomer.
No, well, this is a guy that, well, has done it 505 times. Back, almost into the cove. Barry Bonds passing Eddie Murray into 16th place on the all-time list. Look at Abar off Levon Hernandez, getting 2 for 2 on the day. Later in the 5th, in a 1-1 game, former Giant Billy Miller grounds to Aurelia. Richie, who's been so hot at the plate, can't quite make it. That's a nice play, but Abar scores.
What a play by JT picking that ball up.
Here's a guy that can send it deep. Sammy, say it ain't Sosa. 3-run shot, gone. Bonds had his 11th of the year. This is 7 for Sammy. And Abar against Estalella, they've seen that. Matt up the downstairs at the plate. Off of Levon Hernandez. Barry, lost it in the sun.
That is a nasty sun field there in San Francisco. You've been to that park.
It's the toughest sun field. It's a long story of why it's that tough there, but it's just brutal late in the afternoon. Meanwhile, Ramon Martinez, the deep left, and look at Gary Matthews, son of the former Giant. Fantastic grab. Billy Miller. And they gave him a nice round of applause because he was making plays like that for the Giants up until he was traded away in the offseason. Miller, 7 multi-hit games in the last 14. We told you that Bonds at 505 passed trying to sweep the Phillies at home. The Phillies came out west so hot. Chan Ho Park was ho to the Phillies hitters.
Well, he had great stuff, and he got ahead of hitters all day long. When you do that, you have a chance to have electrifying no-hit stuff. And he tremendous fastball, breaking pitch, overpowering hitters most of the day.
It's a bobble. Bocachia ruled an error. Next man up is Marlon Anderson. But no, so it's an error, not hit. And here we continue to go through 5. A no-no for Chan Ho. Bottom 5th. Alex Cora on 2nd for Park. And look at this. He not only throws it, he hits it. It's a ground rule double. Cora scores. 2-0 L.A. 3-0 L.A. Bottom 6 bases loaded for Cora. Squeeze. Here comes Caros. Called safe by Ted Barrett.
Well, it's this situation. The bases are loaded, and if Bennett, the catcher, just stands on the plate, he got an out. He doesn't stand on the plate, so now he's got to tag the guy, and it ends up being kicked out of his glove. Great call by the umpire right on top of the situation.
No hitter in the top of the 7th until Bobby Abreu sets it back. There goes the no-hitter. There goes the shutout. The Park takes it into the 7th inning. Later in the 7th, Gary Bennett strikes out. Park, 7 innings pitched, 10 Ks, 2 hits. The Dodgers now.
And then some interesting managing, some gambling managing by the rookie manager, Bob Brenly, as he went to his best pinch hitter, Rubio Durazo, in the 4th inning. but it worked.
Yeah, you're right. He's still learning what he wants to do and how he's going to manage over the course of the season. But he took a couple of chances. Not only with DeRozzo, he left Kim in to pitch the 9th inning with a 7-3 lead when he could have pinch hit for him and maybe added to that lead, and it ended up being a tense ball game. So I think Bob Brindley learned a lot about this game tonight.
All right, so let's take a look at some of the highlights. The Braves jumped ahead in the first inning on a triple by Brian Jordan. That brought Chipper Jones home, and it was 1-0. Then Jordan, who'd been struggling early on this year, launched one into the resort, and it was 3-0. But with 2 down and nobody on, they got a rally going in the last of the third, and Jay Bell launched a 2-run homer to start the comeback after they tied the ball game into the fourth. That's when DeRozzo came in, and he almost had an extra base hit. Andrew Jones with a fine catch.
A great play by Andrew Jones. This saved a couple of runs at least.
And Mark Grace hit one out onto Sheffield Avenue. No, forgot. He's in Arizona now. It was a long one, though. And then finally, with the bases loaded, for Carl.
Perfect double play ball. That's the only way they were going to double him. A ground ball is short, 2 hopper, and they get out and win the ball game.
And the final score is 7-5 Arizona. Sable, the rookie, got the win over.
It seemed everything was in sync, right? I think we were going to work on father-son reunion. Meanwhile, speaking of not being in sync, how about pitching at Coors Field? The Reds of the Rockies, Aaron Boone. Off Sean Chacon, it's gone. 7th time the Boone brothers have gone yard on the same day. A.T. Perez, base hit off Jim Bulldog Brower in the bottom of the 5th. Brent, remember the main scores, 3-2 Reds. Next batter, Larry Walker, base hit to right. Todd Walker scores. We're tied at 3. Here comes Colorado. Top of the 6th, the Reds up 5-3. Donnie Sargent Sadler sends it back. Donnie Sadler.
I mean, you're hitting the ball like that in Colorado. Everybody looks like a big man.
Donnie
He's
Sadler.
got the Sammy Sosa hop in there.
7-3 the Reds. But here comes Colorado. This is Perez off Hector Mercado. Terry Shumpert scores. Yes, he does. It's 7-6. Next man up, Larry Walker. That's
scary when he comes.
Oh, man, that just kind of rattles on the bottom of the wall and goes. 2-run score. The Rockets lead 8-7. Walker with a double. Top 7. Gabe White pitching to Donnie Sadler. The deep hitting Donnie Sadler, but not this time. 4, 6, 3, D, P. And the Rockies. The Broncos beat the Bengals 14-7 as Cincinnati had a great road trip. Sweeping in San Francisco, doing well in Colorado before Colorado jumped up to win 14-7. Junior Griffey on the DL with a pull, or actually with a slight there with a pull hammy. It doesn't sound good, but on the DL, and the move that they're going to counter with probably is Dion, we're almost sure, on May 1, called up. That doesn't sound good.
No,
We'll go
it
inside
does
the
not.
series.
Aaron Boone, big series, starting to swing the bat, and they get production in that third base slot. It's going to be very good. Todd Walker, he was almost on his way out of Colorado last year.
Trying to close out the Rangers series with a win in Cleveland, A-Rod. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
He made a couple plays the other day that were just as nice. Alex picking it.
Bases loaded for Omar Vizquel, bottom of the 3rd.
Well, they moved Vizquel to the 2 spot in the order where he hadn't been. He'd been struggling right-handed, so they moved him down to 8, moved him back up to 2, get some pitches to hit, and you're getting good results.
That was Will Bungie Cordero scoring, and here's more Vizquel.
Yeah, absolutely. He was hitting 107 against left-handed pitching this year, and they moved him back in his normal spot. Came through.
2 on, none out in the bottom of the 5th for Juan. Going, Gonzalez. His balls, they get to the wall about as fast as any player in the league. Scoring Vizquel, the Indians lead 5-1, 3-for-4 for Gonzalez. Marty Cordova with the Corinthian lather. It's gone! His 4th of the year, 8-1 try. A-Rod against Bartolo Colon, a whiff of Colon.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're not kidding. He was getting it up there today, too. Reached 101 miles an hour on one pitch. You know, they were worried about his weight. Look at this. Wow! 101 on the gun. He was over 95 17 times today.
96 miles. Colon, 132 pitches in a 10 strikeout, 5-hit, 2-run performance through 8. Meanwhile, the 3 ribbies for Gonzalez.
Johnson, he came in the Randy Johnson trade. Came out the gate real well right here. The nasty breaker ball. He's got one of the best hooks in the game. Another one, and his changeup. Those are the two pitches that make it very tough on hitters. And here he gets a ground ball, double play later on in the next inning. So he came out the gate throwing the ball pretty good. But I'll tell you what, his counterpart wasn't too bad either.
Mark Burley. Garcia, 8 scoreless innings. This is Mark Burley, not Burley Grimes, but he gets McLemore swinging.
Coming at me.
Pretty good curveball, huh?
Very good curveball. He moved it in and out, kept the hitters off balance. And the left-handers, he got out. A lot of times you're not able to get the outs, and he got the big double play when he needed it in this game. Was just beginning to see what kind of trend it was going to be.
As Durham started that one on Olerud. Brett Boone, but it's an opposite field home run. And in the top of the 8th, it's now a 1-1 game as Boone homers off Burley. Bottom of the 9th, Lou comes out with a 2-0 count to Naglio Ordonez, 2 on. Paniagua in. David Bell, fighting the sun. Next man with 2 outs, Paul Konerko. He throws it to left. You can put it on the board. You can't put it on the board. And McLemore catches it on the track. Bottom of the 10th, 1-1. Man on second, Josh Paul. Jose Paniagua. Is this bullpen deep with heat or what?
Very deep. And the type of game that it was today will not hurt the Mariners. They'll be able to come back. What a bullet. Great play by Valentin.
Great play by Valentin in the top of the 12th to rob Brett Boone. 2 out for Carlos Lee. You can put it on the board. Oh! But it's McLemore who makes the catch, Hawk. And we move along to the 14th, and Konerko is up still 1-1.
Well, he gets him on a breaking ball. He's got him 0-2. Ooh, just missed off the corner. 1-2 pitch. Oh, where is it? Uh-oh. 2-2. You just knew, Boomer, something big was going to happen now. They steal the bag on the 2-2 pitch, puts him in his runner in scoring position. You take over, Mr. Berman.
And now on a 3-2 count, Konerko up the middle off Kirk Franklin. Here comes the runner home. Here's the play at the plate. You can put it on the board, and the White Sox win. So the White Sox stave off a sweep at the hands of the Mariners, who, frankly, they've seen enough of. The White Sox win it in 14 by the count of 2-1. Second game-winning hit of the week for Konerko. This one went 14. Placed Minnesota Twins. And part of the reason defense, Jock Jones robs Mike Ruman Bordick. Nice catch. Chris Richard at first for Baltimore, top 4.
Well, this is a funny old play right here. Remember Lloyd Mosby and the throw back and forth, back and forth? Well, Richard knocks the ball loose. He says, I'm going to go to second. Konerski, the catcher, comes up and throws a rope, and they got him. Is that a crazy play?
Wow. Then you'll see a lot of them today. Look, here it is again.
Well, he does a great job. Now, they got in bad position. They had the pitcher trying to field in the situation. Catcher backing up, comes up, makes a strong throw to get him. Oh, well, keep running until they tag you.
Christian Guzman leading off bottom 4. Pass Richard into the corner. You know Guzman can run. Mother Guzman with his 6th triple of the year. We haven't had a man at 20 triples in the majors in like 60 years. He would score later, make it 1-0. Then Corey Kosky, the third baseman. Over the hefty bag, gone off Pat Enkin. 2-run shot, 3-0 Twinks. Top, you can't call them the Twinks. They're the Twins. 4-0 top 6. J.C. Cesar Romero. He's not playing the Joker anymore. Gets Cal Ripken swinging on the fastball. And how about Romero? His first win in 12 starts for the Twins. He went 6 innings, a shutout ball. LeTroy Hawkins.
Albie Lopez coming into the game with the best ERA in the American League. That's going to hurt the ERA. Dean Palmer back off the DL, rips that out, 3-run shot. It's a 3-0 game. Then Jeff Weaver, pretty good game, but Fred McGriff with this shot, he's got deep in 38 Major League ballparks. He's now the all-time leader. Mark McGwire second at 37. But Tigers take it 6-1. Twice this year, Dean Palmer comes off the DL to hit a 3-run home.